Episode 2 next week. It's a scene around a pool table. Papa's in the corner. That's what I needed. I needed that thing. And
it was
that
great in that scene.
I don't think I can get through the rest of the interview. I'm feeling very anxious. I don't know if you would help me. No. I can't. I got some money. Come on, dude.
Oh, sole mie, San fronte a te. Oh, sole mie, San fronte a te. San fronte a te.
Jeez.
The Todd Shapiro Show, SiriusXM 168.
This has helped me, this stuff, to be honest. Like YouTube.
What's your name, brother?
Bilal.
Good to meet you.
Bilal? Bilal.
Yeah.
Bilal.
That's the greatest name. Bilal. It's the greatest name ever. I'll fuck it up, but it's the greatest name.
Why is this guy? I'll fuck some shit up too. Don't worry. All right, we're recording. All right, we'll keep this in. That's what I love about it. We'll just keep it in. All right, so we're hanging out. This is a pre-recorded interview. I hate pretending things are live when they're not. People figure that out quite quickly. But tonight, premiering on City, like across the board. This is one of the most talked about series in a long time. I even heard that it's better than Goodfellas.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Right out of the ballpark. You're better than the Blue Jays right now.
The Blue Jays aren't that good. Kim Coates, everyone, for Bad Blood. How you doing, man?
Thank you.
What's going on?
It's really nice to see you, Todd. I've done 42 interviews already today, and you're my last one. I'm saving you the best till last.
That's what happens.
4 days of press for this incredible 6-part miniseries. Mark Montefiore, who's hiding in the corner. Stephanie, my publicist, right here, taking care of me with Alina for the last 4 days. Brother, Canadian, we're a proud bunch. And for me, at this time, a year and 4 months ago, Mark calls me up. Pat O'Sullivan, his partner, Michael Conovis and Simon Berry, had written this script called Bad Blood. It was going to be a 6-part miniseries. They had 2 in the books, and they needed their Declan Gardner, my character. It's based on Vito Rizzo,
yes,
right?
Yes, of course I do. I know that. Yes, big mob boss in Montreal, went to jail. You end up kind of, I don't want to tell you, tell us, but I know the story.
So you know the story. I think anyone, you're way younger than me. I'm 107. I look pretty good for my age, I think. But
what are you, 57?
I'm 59.
59?
Yeah.
You look fucking good, man.
Not bad, brother.
You color the hair? Like, what's up with that? You do the goat.
I do the goatee and the little sidey, but not the hair.
Not the hair.
Not the hair, brother.
Dude,
not the hair. I want hair like you when I grow up.
Bilal.
Bilal.
He's like the Gino Retta of radio for us. Yeah.
There's a lot of baldness in my family, too, so it's not going to last.
No, you look good. You look great.
You're good, son.
Totally.
So Vito Rizzuto. If you were anybody in Canada in the 80s, 90s, and early halfway through the 2010s, you knew about Vito Rizzuto. He was of huge repute in Montreal, family man, father. Had a huge organization, obviously. He was a mobster. He died in 2013. Antonio and Peter wrote this incredible book called Business or Blood. Mark bought the rights to that book, and that was 4 years ago. So it all started from there. Rogers jumped on. Everyone jumped on. And this 6-part miniseries is a fictional miniseries inspired by truths.
Yeah, you got to say that quote.
Yeah.
No, okay, so, inspired by true events, sure, but you're using real names and everything. When you play a role like this, are there moments, Kim, when you're going, oh, fuck, I better look over my shoulder here? One, because maybe it's too accurate, or B, maybe it's not accurate enough. You got to do them right if you're playing these roles.
This is a tough one because Declan Gardner, who I play, is a total fictional character. He's completely fictional. So what Michael Conovis and all the boys at New Metric Media decided was we were going to do, because Vito's gone now, some of his family members are gone now, and it's all public domain, what happened, what went down, certain things in the courts and whatnot. So it's public domain. You can talk and recreate those things. But it is a fictional 6-part series that I'm in, total fictional character, as Vito's right-hand man. So for me, playing an Irish guy blue eyes, cheekbones. I want to be like you when I grow up too, Todd.
Oh, yeah.
Don't fight it.
It's okay. I
Don't
look like
fight it.
I could be your younger bro. It's
No,
all right.
you really could.
I have a
You
side
could
by
be my
side.
son, for fuck's sake.
Well, I'm 44. I'm not that
Ridiculous.
young. I'm not that young. You would have been only 15. I have a side by side pic. I'll show you after. Actually, me and my wedding at Tux. Someone actually sent it to me, saying I look like you. Which
Really?
Was fun. I'll show it to you right now.
That's
Fuck,
a
I don't want to get
compliment.
too away from. Well, if it's a big compliment for me, are you kidding me?
For me,
Anyway,
are you
no,
kidding?
Kim,
Stop
stop it. Stop. This is crazy. So I'm okay. So you go and you film it in Sudbury, in Montreal.
Yeah.
True Canadian production. So no nerves filming it, but I mean, was it a blast filming this thing for you?
It really was. When they came to me first, they got me out of the way. Then of course we had to fill in the pieces, and we start with Vito Rizzuto. So who do we get to play Vito? And I know Mark will agree with me. There was only one guy. Anthony LaPaglia. There was really only one guy. We had a list. We had a big list, a long list, but we started there. Buddy of mine, we did The Client together before you were born. Sexy man. I did Innocent Blood with him too. He wanted me on Without a Trace the entire 10 years. I never said yes. I just didn't do it. Proud of him, his whole career. Anthony went back to the stage, won a Tony. I mean, the guy's like sick talented. And he was, I don't know, Mark, where was he? French Riviera? I don't know, slumming around, right? He was shooting something in France or Morocco or Monaco, whatever. We sent him the pilot, and he loved it. And they told him that I was involved. He loved it even more. So he came, he gained some weight, he's chubbed out, he shaved his head, just the way Vito cut his beautiful hair and wore those suits. I think every scene other than a golf shirt, he's in a suit. He got the voice, the octave, he had to duck down 2 octaves lower. So we got Anthony. Then we got Paul Sorvino. You know, I mean, does it get any...
And he plays Vito's father in the series, yeah.
Does it get any better?
And beautiful ladies. I know, Mark, well, you mentioned Mark's name, of course, also producing Letterkenny, which is blowing up right now. Michelle Milette's in it a little bit. Yeah. Maxim Raw, who's been on the show before. She's amazing.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
Yeah, Michelle's amazing. So the girls knock it out of the park, and they knock other things too. Like they there might be a little duking out. I can't
All right.
say. But
they get a little gangster as well?
Maybe.
Okay. I'm excited to hear.
Yeah.
And see, that's always hot. I'm not going to lie. It's sexy. I'm sorry.
It's very
truthful.
sexy.
It's very hot.
And Enrico Colantoni, Tony Napo, Brett's in it, right? I mean Donahue. It's just an incredible cast. So
Kim, what do you think it is with the sort of the culture of gangsters and mob movies, and in this case, a 6-part miniseries that we love, that audiences just seem to gravitate to, want to know more about, and especially, and if you think of The Sopranos, the family side, the emotional side, the side where it's like, wait, these guys are a bunch of assholes, but I'm kind of feeling compassionate about them for a second. What is that?
Isn't that just the greatest dilemma? That's the greatest question. Sorvino answered this the other night, 2 nights ago. We had a little premiere. And Paul went, there's something about family. There's something about proud family. There's something about honor in family. And then there's something about fucking everything up and doing things your way and getting in as much trouble as you can and trying to stay out of jail. I mean, honestly, I don't know. It's just if you do it right, if the stories are amazing, you can electrify the audience watching, because none of us are like that. I'm just an actor. But to play these guys, oof.
I'm a bit like that. Once you cross me, I'll fucking have you off.
There you go.
Oh yeah, don't mess.
No mess.
I love loyalty though, and within the mob culture, it is all about loyalty, and it's amazing though the human condition to break loyalty, whether egos get involved or we've been doing it too long or we've been someone's bitch for too long. Do we see a lot of that kind of where guys now within this series and within the Rizzuto family or within your character that loyalty only lasts so long?
Another great question. Again, Paul and I talked about this for the entire 3 months we were shooting, and then Sorvino starts seeing what we've done in the edits, and he flew up for the premiere, and he said things like it's as good as The Sopranos at times. It's as good as Goodfellas. There's something that he's so proud of this, and you know what it is? We're not talking like this. We're not boom, ba-da-ba-ba. We're Canadian. This is a Canadian drama. This actually happened in a fictionalized way. It actually happened. So when you get actors that we have playing the French Canadian bikers, playing this Irish guy that I play, and Anthony's accent as Vito is spot on. And what Paul loved is the realism of a Montreal family. It's not all bullshit. It's real, and the writing is off the hook. There's never been anything like this done in this country before. I mean it. Certainly not in a mob life. And artistically, I'll just wait till you read all the reviews, Todd. I know you're a very busy man. You have
No, I
lots
saw the
going
Globe
on.
and Mail do Doyle or
Could
whatever.
you believe
I saw
what
that.
John said?
Liked it.
He just.
I actually put it up on our Facebook page. I
Oh,
did.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
how
liked-
proud.
Well,
right?
I'll tell you, I think it's, for me anyway, it's about timing with a lot of things. And this is a series that maybe if Mark and the producers, you co-produced it too, would have done years ago, maybe wouldn't have got the recognition. There's something about Canadian pride right now. It's a really
Good.
neat thing. And to know that there's a history, we're not always proud of everything we've done in this history either, but let's celebrate Canada beyond those heritage commercials, beyond that kind of cheesiness. Like this is, especially when you think of Toronto and Montreal, these are big fucking cities. And there's a lot of culture there. And there's a lot of, good stuff and bad stuff. And why not show some of the bad stuff?
I have nothing to add. That is exactly right. There is nothing wrong with our heritage. There's nothing wrong with our how we've done things in the past. But man, oh man, I don't know if you've been able to see the marketing campaign for Bad Blood, dude.
It's tight.
You're prettier than me.
It's tight.
I'm
No,
a
come on.
sexy fucker,
Yeah,
and I'm on
yeah.
every streetcar, every bus shelter. Me and Anthony in that incredible black and white photo shoot that we had in Montreal, and the way they've done it is very FX. I'm a very proud FX guy. No one does art better than FX for all their shows. That's what Mark did. That's what Pat did. That's what New Metric Media and Rogers did. They've spent some money to make this look amazing. Wait till you see, the first beginning of the show, all the clips and the music and the way we use our lettering. It's no one can do it better with what they've done with Bad Blood.
Is it mentally taxing, Kim, as an actor playing a lot of like kind of bad guy roles? You think of Tig, obviously on Sons, and this role now. Is it hard to compartmentalize when you get away from it? I mean, just being those evil bastards. Let's be honest.
I fucking love this guy so much. Don't tell him I said that. My mom always goes, "So do you die in this one too? I see a bad guy again, honey." And I go, "Mom, sometimes that's just the way it goes. But do you die? I want to get prepared." Anyway, I think, Costner, look at me throwing names around. What a prick. But Kevin is one of my really best movie star mates ever. And he said to me a long time ago, I've done 2 movies with him, should have done a third, it got canceled the last second. He said to me, like, as a character actor, it doesn't get much better than what I'm trying to do every time. Him to play a leading man, I find even tougher. I think a leading man is tougher to play. What do you draw on? What is it? Like the bad guys or the antagonist, the way they're written. You have colors. You have unbelievably, and you never think you're bad, really. I mean, I choose my bad boys, Todd, very carefully. And I said no to Sons. I said no flat out right away. And it was Kurt Sutter who talked me into the edge of the cliff saying, Tig Traeger is going to be psychotic. He's going to shoot first and ask questions later. True. He's going to do things that's going to make you want to vomit early. But that man is going to be funny. He's going to cry. He's going to become the moral compass of the club. Trust me. Please come along with the ride. And I did.
Is this happening?
I think
this is
God!
that's acting right there.
Who are you?
We are applauding.
You're in my seat.
We-
I am so in your seat.
Hey,
Oh
this
my-
is never too late to the party, and it's not a crash at all. It's something we're stoked to have him here. One of the stars also of Bad Blood, Paul Sorvino. Paul, come on, have a seat,
Paul
sir.
Sorvino, please,
Mr. Paul
my
Sorvino,
son.
Kim, have a seat as well.
What do you want
We'll
me-
do this. You're right there. We'll
yeah,
do this
here,
together. Yeah, we'll
here.
figure this out together.
Headsets. I hear everything without them.
I was so excited. My bracelet, that's actually a USB charger as well, fell off. That's how. Look at this. How cool is this, by the way, guys? Look at this cool invention right here. It's a bracelet that's a USB charger for your phone. Is that not the coolest thing ever? A 2-in-1.
1 second.
Can we? Paul's plugging it in. Hey, Paul, thank you for hanging out with us.
Is this properly
This is on.
set up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
come a little closer.
You
Paul.
touched me again. We're buying furniture together.
Okay, here we go.
Paul, how long you been acting for?
152 years.
You mean professionally?
Yeah,
60 years.
a little closer to the mic, sorry, man. 60 years.
Yeah, let's...
That's I have so much respect.
Hold on.
For the,
How's this?
You
All right?
sound awesome.
Yeah, that's
I,
pretty
sounds
I've
great.
been a professional entertainer for about 60 years.
When we spoke to Kim about 500-600 episodes ago, we did a call with you, and you said to me once that young actors, and I'll never forget this. He said, young actors, before you think you can make it in L.A. or Toronto or New York, make sure you kind of exploit what you have within your own town, theater schools, learn the craft of acting. Make sure that you don't, think you're too big too soon, because you're not going to go and make it. You got to be a pro.
Well, I love the idea when people say you can either act or you can't. You don't need study. And so I say, ask Marlon Brando if that's true.
Yeah.
And look at his extensive background studying with Kazan and all the people, and Stella Adler and the group theater. If the greatest film actor ever needed to study, what does that tell you? All the greatest actors have studied. And those who didn't suffered all their lives. I did a movie with a great actor by the name of George C. Scott. It was called Day of the Dolphin. George told me that acting gave him pains. When I asked his wife, why does he drink so much, his bottle of scotch a day, she said, he doesn't know how he does it, and he's always afraid it's never going to come again. In other words, he had no control or real knowledge of his emotional instrument. He worked only on talent, which he had scads of, and charisma, and intelligence, but he never had a happy day as an actor.
Well, and I guess, that's part of the chase. That's part of always, overcoming our own fears and being perfectionists.
Well, you're not going to be frightened if you practice.
Yeah, I mean,
we got to go play something at Carnegie Hall tomorrow. Next 6 months. I'm going to sit there 14 hours a day at the piano.
Correct.
I mean,
So is the advice here then again for people, and Kim and Paul, thank you so much. This is awesome. Bad Blood tonight, 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. City Everywhere. You'll find it.
it's a trade. You learn it on the stage. It's a trade.
But also never to take it for granted. Like your career spanning 6 decades. Kim, you're going on, 8 or 9 now as well? What do you? Yeah.
I'm older than Paul.
You're older than Paul.
I look really good.
But I mean, I love the fact that it's nonstop work, and I think that's such an important thing to remind people. And then think about it in the later stages of your acting careers. We got another fucking hit on our hands. Like, how exciting!
I knew it when I read it. Actually, the script was so damn good. I knew. I said, this is really going to be good, and I said, I'm really the only one to play it. And of course, they offered it to me, but I said good because I'm the only one to play it. And everything was just as I supposed it should be, right from day one, from Mark Montefiore, the producer, and everything. Then I met Kim. We had never met before, and I was ready to get on the plane and go home again.
That was it. Forget it.
This great performer, this marvelous guy, he created also, because he's a producer on this too, he created a space for me much bigger than I needed. And that's always nice. It's like sitting in 2 first-class seats instead of 1. And he's been wonderful to me. And he's a great actor. And we've become really good friends in a very short time.
For fans out there who are highly anticipating the series to start tonight and know it through the book as well and seen the trailers and a lot of the press that you guys have been doing, what is something that you would say to them why they should be excited to watch this tonight?
Because I tell them to.
I'm watching it right now. Palau just pooped himself, actually. Okay.
Well, they see me on Law & Order. They see me on Goodfellas every other day. And they've seen that I play these tough characters, these powerful characters. And just keep that with you. If I tell you it's good, I know you believe me. I know you trust me. I know if I tell you that if you watch this, you'll have a terrific experience.
Personally, what I'm excited for, and I mean this wholeheartedly as well, is that in this day and age of the Netflixes and all the Craves and everything, I'm excited to wait a week. I'm excited to wait that week to really want to get there to tune in.
No binging, huh?
No, and and I'm sure ultimately it will become that for those who miss it, which is awesome too. But there's nothing like that series. And I always go back to The Sopranos. You could not wait till that next Sunday night, and with the suspense and you're nervous all week and you're talking about it, and that's and no spoiler alerts. So it's going to be exciting for all to do this together, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so. First of all, I know how it ends and I know how it goes. And it's really kind of extraordinary for many to go in this path. Very unusual with the kind of things that happen along the hallway of this script. It's very surprising. But what endeared me to it was also when I hadn't seen the first episode, was the quality of the acting and directing. What's happening here is you have a movie and it's on television cut up in pieces. It really is true. I've done almost 200 movies. I can speak with a little authority. If I say to you, this is movie quality on a TV screen, you must believe me. And the fun of doing it that way with the director was terrific. He created a nurturant atmosphere in which Kim and I and Colantoni and La Paglia, we were able to glide. You know, actors don't act by thought, they act by feel. In fact, the more intelligent you are, the worse it can be for you, because you can think it to death
Yes.
and nothing happens. You have to go with your impulses. I have known some very smart actors. My daughter's one of them. She's a Harvard magna cum laude. You can't get a whole lot smarter than that.
No.
And she turns it right off when she acts. And all good, really good people, well trained, of course, I take some credit for having helped to train her. All really well trained people understand that it's like a football game. You think before the huddle, you execute without thinking, and you think after. It's an extraordinary way to go through life, but it also, I find that when I don't do it, I start to feel bottled up, because actors work on emotion, and emotion for good actors is available. You know, you press a button, and you've had enough years at it, there it is. Naturally, in the beginning, you learn this through technical ways if you have good teaching. I had the best, Sanford Meisner and Bill Esper. But the beauty of it is it's a life where you don't bottle things up if you know how to do it. It's therapeutic in a way, because you don't bottle anything up. And in this case, like we're playing gangsters, right? We get to do terrible things without any punishment. That's why people say sometimes, do you like playing bad guys? I said, I haven't played a lot of them, and even the bad guys I play are kind of nice guys in a way.
Yeah.
But I don't get punished for killing someone. But if I kill somebody in this room, for instance, it's I'm going to go to jail.
He's looking right at Mark Montefiore.
I'm going to wait till we get outside.
Thought I'd
Right?
tell you.
Is he that much of a?
Let's wait till we get outside.
I thought I have to say that when you are me, and this comes upon you, this bad blood, this six-parter, and you accept it, and you work on the scripts, and you evolve early, and you get Anthony to play Vito, and then we cross our fingers about this man. I have to tell you something, that there are moments in my life, and I'm just a doer. I'm a laborer like this guy. I mean,
That's what we all are. We're laborers.
I'm just a laborer, and I'll never forget years ago when Mila won the Oscar, and Dad was in the audience, and I remember seeing Paul. Forget about his incredible work, his talent, all the things he's done, all the opera singing, which I'm going to get to in a second. I'll never forget when the camera was on Paul's face. There was tears. It was pure. Like, I just said to myself, if I could ever be so lucky to meet Sorvino, to meet him.
Okay, you met me, and that's enough now.
Stop kissing his ass. You guys already shot this series.
So to have him show up,
Yeah.
and to as you were saying about Alain Desjardins, the director, to let he and I in our circle of lions, he speaks Italian through the whole thing. It's something that, dude, he's gonna blow your mind. It's that pure and beautiful. And he'd be singing half the time. I had a real tough time one day in a scene.
Tough scene.
Tough scene.
to do.
Right, tough scene. There was a lion scene.
I
It
was
a
worried for you.
Crazy scene.
Because I know you weren't on. You
know?
had all the goods for it, but I think you were a little bit iffy about it. So he asked me.
I was, and I said to Paul, "Sing for me, please." He got in the back with Dee Dee, his beautiful wife, in the back, and he started to sing. Well, I just said, "Roll, roll." And I can't. You'll see it. Episode 2 next week. It's a scene around a pool table. Papa's in the corner. That's what I needed. I needed that thing. And
It
that
was
was
great in that scene. You'll
I
see.
don't think I can get through the rest of the interview. I'm feeling very anxious. I don't know if you would help me. No. I can't. I got some money. Come on, dude.
Du sole più bello ne, o sole mie, s'affronta a te, o sole mie, s'affronta a te, s'affronta a te.
Jeez. I've been very fortunate in my day. I've been doing this thing for about 20 years now, and this show is specifically for 4, and interviewed about 3-4 people a day, 800 plus episodes, and once in a while you get a few of them that just are the most memorable, and passion and genuineness and authenticity and energy, and I feel so grateful for you guys to be here. Honestly, you're a legend, and Kim, you're an absolute legend too. And I'm not just saying this because we look alike and I want to be you a little bit, but just knowing that you guys are family men. And I remember you also telling me about your daughter doing some acting in NYC. I think she was in a Cuban play the last time we talked. It's so great because being inspirational, I think, is the most important thing we have in this world, and I can't wait to see what you guys are doing on Bad Blood premiering tonight. City, 8 p.m. right? 8 p.m. everywhere, and just knowing how you are in person as real human beings, not those gangsters. So good luck with the 6-part miniseries. Thank you so much for your time, Kim Coates, Paul Sorvino. Best of luck to you guys. And if you're ever in Toronto, I would absolutely be grateful to have you back in the studio.
I'm always in Toronto.
Okay, are you always in Toronto? Well, let's go
get
for
him
a
here
beer
all the time now.
Yeah,
Trust
no problem. I would love that. Have fun with it. One quick teaser from both of you in 10 seconds why people need to see it.
Go ahead, Paul.
They need to see it because it's a rare event on television where you get such high quality acting in such a brilliant script and an absolutely engrossing story.
And for him to say that, for all the stuff he's done, especially in this world of family and mobsters, perhaps, and fictionalized characters that we've all drawn on, some truth, some not. I've seen all 6. And I can honestly say I've never been more proud of everything and everybody that we're doing something this big in this scope here in Canada. It's just going to knock people's socks right off.
Not even Goon 2.
Not even Goon 2.
No, that's awesome. Can I take my bulletproof vest off now? I'm so nervous. Good luck, guys. Thank you again so much. Make sure you go and see Bad Blood, 8 p.m. And I'm stoked for it as well. So I canceled all my plans, even a Rosh Hashanah dinner. But cheers to both of you. Thank you, sir.
The Todd Shapiro Show.